Hello, my name is Louise and welcome to Adventures with Yarn. This is my mainly knitting and crochet podcast in which I talk about mainly knitting and crochet as well as also stitching and any other crafts that I happen to find myself getting into. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to come check me out, and if you already are a subscriber, welcome back. I have got several cool things to talk to you guys about today. I have the things that I have been knitting on to show you. I have updates on the mac and cheese sock knit-along. That includes a prize winner for this week, which is just the kickoff prize, a prize for next week's episode and how you can win that prize. I'm going to show you the prizes for the mac and cheese sock knit-along. And Stitch Maynia is finished, so I am going to be showing you all that I made with that too. I'm also going to talk to you about my summer knitting plans. So, where to start? What if we start with the exciting stuff? Let's talk about the mac and cheese sock knit-along. So I don't want to go over all the rules and what's going on, but if you need to be updated on that, you can check out my last episode. It is titled Mac and Cheese Sock Knit-along. You can also check out the Ravelry page, which if you go under Ravelry, go to the group tab, search and just put in Adventures with Yarn and you should be able to find it. On the Ravelry page there are threads. There is announcements threads, that's where you're going to find the rules, and then there's an entry thread and there's cheesy chatter where you can be chit-chatting about things. There is a finished object thread, and there's also a thread for those with second sock syndrome. So lots to do over there. Okay. So, my mac and cheese socks that I have been doing, here they are in my gnome bag by Poodle Knitz. This has been fun. I know I keep telling you guys, I feel like when I'm making these that I should have Cheeto dust on my fingers. I should have like cheesy stuff on me. So, I didn't spend a whole lot of time this week knitting on this. But, so these are my mac and cheese socks. The pattern is the Hermione's Everyday Sock. And here we go. Wow, I'm really having fun with this so far. So I have this colorway here, which is mac and cheese. Which doesn't, I know there are some people making socks that are also mac and cheese colored, but you don't have to. Really, this knit-along is any yarn, any pattern, it just has to be a sock. I have my little progress keeper, which is a little plate of mac and cheese by Pitter Patter Polymer. You can purchase those on her Etsy shop if you want. I have this, so mac and cheese by Madeline Tosh and Nassau, I struggle with that, Nassau blue down here for the cuff. This has been really fun. This has been like flying off my needles. That's why I feel like I really feel like I haven't worked much on this. I haven't spent a ton of time on this sock, but still it is just going. The pattern is this 4 pattern repeat to get this nice stubby texture here. I had a friend tell me that this looked like a pineapple and I was like, well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But this has been a lot of fun. I chose Hermione's Everyday Socks. It's a simple pattern, but I haven't ever made it. And I just kind of feel like I want to make all the socks. And so these are my mac and cheese socks. Coming along, coming along. I'm really, really stoked to see your guys' socks. And what you guys have posted, the socks that you're making on Ravelry and Instagram. We're gonna go through the prizes. I want to be showing these so that we all know what we're working towards. The in the end, at the end of the knit-along, there will be a prize, a package given away for a random person from the finished objects thread and a random person that has used the hashtag, which is hashtag mac and cheese Louise S. Cal. The winner of the finished object thread on July 14th, National Macaroni and Cheese Day, will win this lovely, beautiful macaroni and cheese bag by Poodle Knitz. It's a lovely, lovely cheesy color inside, and it does also have fleece inside the batting, so it gives some padding to her bags. This will be given away with these little stitch marker charms by Charmed and Dangerous. You've got a little cheese and a little macaroni. I can show this. These are very, very cute. Very, very cute. So you got those. It will have, and then it will come with the standards, which are being in most all the prizes. I Heart Mac and Cheese pin, a macaroni soap, glycerin unscented soap made by Sweet Soap Treat, which is a shop on Etsy. It will also have a squish, a stress ball, if you will, except it's a little more of a noodle than a ball. And yes, that, oh, and how could I forget, the macaroni and cheese cookbook by Allison Aravello and Aaron Wade of the Homeroom restaurant, America's favorite mac and cheese restaurant, filled with recipes. Not just mac and cheese, but a lot of mac and cheese. A lot of different mac and cheese. My favorite is the breakfast mac. Well, my favorite to look at. I haven't tried it yet, but I like looking at that, and I'm intrigued by like the blue cheese mac and cheese. So a lot of really fun things in there. So that is the whole package for the person who will be drawn randomly out of the finished objects thread on July 14th. If you want to go over it again, that is the bag, the book, the squish, the soap, the charms, and the I Heart Mac and Cheese pin. And now the winner from the Instagram drawing, someone that will be chose randomly that's used the hashtag will win a different bag by Poodle Knitz, this Robin bag by Poodle Knitz, and then kind of the book, recipe book, as well as the little standards. So the pin, the soap, and the squish. That's what they'll win. Let's see here. So I want to show you guys some of our other prizes available throughout. Are going to include some super cute earrings. We have some macaroni and cheese earrings by Purposeful Confection on Etsy. We've got those beautiful, beautiful earrings. We have some other macaroni and cheese earrings from Cupcake with Love, some little white bowls of macaroni. And I am also, actually today, I am wearing some earrings from Cupcake with Love. If you can see, these are little strawberry pancakes. They're so cute. I love them. I just love them. You see the little stack there? Okay. We have also from the shop A Litte Awesome, we have some little macaroni and cheese box earrings. They're little stud earrings that look like little macaroni and cheese boxes. And we also have the necklace. Little mac and cheese necklace. There. See if I can't show this too. So you got that little bowl. Super, super cute, super, super cute prizes. This is gonna be a lot of fun, and there are enough prizes to have giveaways each week of the Knitalong. So this first week we had a kickoff prize where we are going to give away the, let's see here. We are going to give away one of the cookbooks, a soap, a pin, and a squish to someone that has entered into the Knitalong so far in the entry thread. I used a random number generator to choose who that was going to be, and the winner is this yarn mom. So this yarn mom, I'm going to be reaching out to you on Ravelry and get your personal information, and let's get those prizes sent to you. I really appreciate your participation. I did read your comment. I didn't get a chance to reply to you, but I did see your recommendation about the what is it? The knit a sweater in 4 days knit-along. That is a challenge I don't know if I'm up for. It sounds like it is right around 4th of July. I don't have a full weekend. I don't have a 4-day weekend that weekend, but I might be able to tweak some of the rules and maybe try to knit a sweater in 4 days, like right before that holiday weekend. I don't know, we'll see. But this yarn mom, you are the winner of this week, and so I'll be reaching out to you. So this next week there is going to be a prize too. This time we're going to do it here on YouTube. So comment down below, what are you gonna win? Let's go over that. You are going to win, my soap came a little open. You're gonna win some macaroni and cheese soap. You're going to win a pin, I Heart Mac and Cheese. And this week we will be giving away a pair of the stud earrings from a Litte Awesome. Little stud macaroni and cheese box earrings. So this is a really cool prize package. I'm going to choose randomly from the comments down below. If you would like to be entered for a chance to win these down below. This is going to be for YouTube. So I'm not going to say, I'm going to decide to say you don't necessarily have to be in the sock knit-along. But just go ahead and comment down below with, I don't know, mac and cheese. Just say mac and cheese, Louise. And I will enter you in to a drawing to win that prize. So, okay, awesome. Let's get into what's next. What's next is going to be what I have been knitting on. And what I've been knitting on is the Sweet Dahlia Shawl by Amanda of Birch and Lily. I don't know if I'm able to show this whole thing up on the camera, but I have gotten quite a bit done here. We have gotten through the first part of the shawl, down here the stripes, the first and larger section of lace onto the areas of solid color and striping, and then onto the second and last panel of lace. I'm almost finished. I'm almost finished with this, and I do have a deadline, so I will be frantically knitting away on this tonight and tomorrow. I have just a little bit more. I think I'm like halfway through this second lace panel, and then I have like a solid chunk of garter stitch after that. But this has been really fun to work on. I really respect Amanda as a designer because I know this cannot be easy. This yarn has been a joy to work with. I have been using single ply yarn by Biff Sugar Yarns in her colorway Nebula, and then the colorway Paper Roses. This is going to be a really pretty and light, airy shawl that I'll probably wear as like a triangular kerchief type of scarf, that as I like to do with these things. So I have been knitting on that. So those are really the only two things I've really been knitting on for the last couple weeks. The mac and cheese socks and the Sweet Dahlia shawl. I will be posting a finished picture of this on Instagram fairly soon, so make sure to check that out at Adventures with Yarn. Okay, well then that leaves Stitch Maynia. Oh no, let's talk about one more thing with knitting. Let's talk about summer plans. Okay, so I mentioned that 4-day sweater knit along. Oh my gosh. I forget exactly who hosts that, but I might challenge myself with that. Maybe. Really, for sure, I have already challenged myself to join Stash Dash this summer. If you've not heard of Stash Dash, it is hosted by the, oh, what are their names? The Knit Girls, I believe is their name. I will be linking down below in case I don't have their name right. But they are the two girls who have their own YouTube channel, and they also host SSK in the summer in Tennessee, I believe. So they are hosting on their Ravelry group is Stash Dash, and it is this really cool idea that kind of similar to running a 5K. You're gonna try to knit a 5K in a way. Basically, I'm thinking that the goal is to use up your stash. At least that's gonna be my goal, to use up as much stash as I can, and to keep track of your yardage of the yarn that you use to knit, and then challenge yourself. This is a summer-long challenge, to challenge yourself with how many yards, meters you can do. And so this being my first Stash Dash, I'm gonna go ahead and challenge myself to knit a 5K. I have no idea how close I'm going to come, but I'm really gonna try. This is a competition against yourself individually. It is not a competition against others or like in teams or groups or anything. You choose a tier. They have like 5Ks, 7Ks, I think it goes up to 20Ks, and I do believe that Amy Florence is in that top tier. Good luck to those people. I don't even know. I don't even know how you would knit that much, but the cool thing too with the Stash Dash is that it doesn't have to be new cast-ons. You can finish your whips and count that yardage. So this is going to hopefully help me bring my whips out of the woodwork, get those things finished that I've just been languishing around, and count that towards my Stash Dash. So that is my summer knitting planning. Potentially a sweater in 4 days could fall under that. We'll see. But I am very much looking forward to that. For now, I'm going to finish up the Sweet Dahlia shawl and keep working on my socks. When the next sock from the Handmade Sock Society comes out, which should be this next upcoming week, I'll be casting on those socks too. I already have my yarn picked out. So, I mean, just kind of knit wherever the wind takes me. but I will definitely be working towards using up my stash too for that. I think that wraps up what we have to talk about for knitting. So we're going to talk about Stitch Maynia. If you're unfamiliar, Stitch Maynia is this cross-stitching phenomenon that takes place the whole month of May. A lot of people do it in different ways, but how I decided to do Stitch Maynia this year was I had gathered together 19 projects to represent the year 2019, and a lot of these were projects I hadn't started on. Some of them were projects that I had started on, and they were in different levels of completion. And so what I did is I have an app that spins a wheel, randomly chooses an item that I put in it. I put all my projects in the wheel, and every day in the month of May I would spin, and that would be the project I would work on. Sometimes I would try to work a certain amount, like I would try to work a full floss length, which if you're familiar with stitching, you know that a whole length is usually split up into three strands of 2 strands each. Anyways, so which would usually sometimes would take me like an hour and a half, maybe, kind of depending on what was going on in the project. So I'd spend a little bit of time on that project. Some projects I just wasn't feeling as much, and so I'd do less. Some I would do a little bit more if I got going a little bit on it. But the cool thing is that every day in May I did cross stitch. I really did cross stitch every day in May. And if you've been watching this channel, you know that I had a surgery this month. And but you know what? I sucked it up, and when I came home that day, I did a little bit of stitching, just a little bit. And so that part is really cool, that I was able, I made a plan and I was able to do it. And so I cross-stitched every day in May for Stitch Maynia. I do have this to show you. You may have seen this on my Instagram. This was a new start, and it happened to be the last project for Stitch Maynia. I finished this on May 31st, and this is actually the only finish of Stitch Maynia. You can see here, be a flamingo in a flock of pigeons. Okay, I just love that. I love it. I love that message. Pretty much just be you, and if that means being fabulous and amazing and awesome, and of course it does because there's only one you, do it, be it. And then it's pink. I mean, a flamingos are pink, and I love pink. This is I think this is the first cross stitch that I've ever done on stamped fabric, because that background there is colored, which I thought I was a little bit turned off about at first, but I like it. I like it. I'm glad it's there. It was a very quick project. A lot of, you know, back stitching there and fairly simple stitching on the flamingo. We've got a couple of French knots in there. You can see there are 3 French knots. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. And now I'm going to show you a little montage of all the rest of my stitching for Stitch Maynia. So enjoy. you guys, well thank you so much for watching. That's it for me this week. Don't forget to comment below if you want a chance to win this week's prize for the mac and cheese sock knit along that I am hosting. Just comment down below, pick me or mac and cheese Louise, something to the effect that I know that, so I know what your intentions are. Alright you guys, take care, I wish you well, and I will see you next time. Bye!